Good morning, guys. 9:33. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm seeing a lot of mornings here. It's good to be with you. All our guys on YouTube, thanks for joining us once again. It's good to have you guys as always. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Can everybody see me? I hope you can. Morning, morning, morning. Just a couple of announcements before we continue, ladies and gentlemen. There's still a few guys joining as always. Quick Trade is a licensed financial service provider. Everybody licensed over-the-counter derivatives provider. Myself, a registered rep. I'm working under supervision with the FSCA, authorizes me to offer guys recommendations. But please remember, guys, risk, reward, and execution. It remains a responsibility that's very important for you to know. Quick Trade, we are here to assist, to guide, to support. Good morning, Zev, Bayers, Soli, Japi, Gerard, Ash, EJ, Kudzai, Tebo, Tabo, Christopher, good morning. Please, if there's anyone brand new here this morning as well, please let me know. I'd like to welcome you. And then don't forget, Mondays to Fridays, that's your cutoff for your withdrawals. You can do this straight from your client portal. That is at 1,500 hours, guys. That's Monday to Friday. All right, Saturdays, 9 a.m. That's the cutoff there. Good morning, good morning. Amen, Timur. Good morning, guys. It's a beautiful Monday morning. It's spring. I don't know how you guys feel, but it's nice and warm. Nice and warm, nice and warm. And then obviously your phases, yeah, as always, your phases, your accumulation phase, your breakout phase, your movement phase. This is happening whether you are buying, whether you are selling, it remains the same. The only difference is that that's an uptrend, it's a downtrend. You just need to identify them. And I'm going to say this again, guys. You do not need to know all of the terms because people know the terms differently. So some guys call it, I'll say it, expansion, contraction. We're not going to debate how you term it, what the word is. Learn to practically identify them. That's the important principle there. Identify them, and then you will make a more sound decision. All right, everybody? Once again, the trading room also is for people that want to learn, ladies and gentlemen. That's very important. You want to learn, you're here to learn. You're here to access knowledge. And we are not here to just to give knowledge and then you don't apply. All right, everybody? You've got to take the knowledge, you got to apply it. If you don't apply it, it's not going to work. All right, everybody? If you are ready, I am ready. Thank you very much. Here, Christopher, you say you're new. Guys, let's give Christopher a round of applause. Chris, my name is Ashley. Most guys call me Ash. We're together at the brokerage. You can call me Ash too. It's good to have you. Let's give Christopher a round of applause. All right, thanks for joining this community. All right, Chris. Anyone else? Anyone else that's brand new before we proceed, guys? I really want to get into it. I'm really feeling so good. And obviously feeling good amidst or amongst all the negativity, isn't it so? Mr. W, even though there's negativity out there, you still need to feel good, isn't it so? We're not ignorant of the fact that there's some craziness, but we push forward. All right, everybody? So if you are, I am. Are we together? Let me just make sure here. I didn't see any response yet. I didn't see any response whether you guys are ready. All right, Mr. W is ready. Thanks for the thumbs. Got you there. Anyone else that's ready? Or is it a blue Monday for you? I see Mike is ready. Or is it a blue Monday? Please do not let it be a blue Monday for you. That thing only exists in the head. It's not a reality. That is a mindset that is wrong. Everybody with me? There's no such thing as a blue Monday. Then there should be a green Tuesday, a yellow Wednesday, etc. If we're putting colors to days now. Are we together? Here, we are ready. We are excited. We want to get in this thing. We're here to learn. So I want to go and give you a bit of a weekly update on what to expect. All right, everybody. And whilst I do that, I will be sharing the DXY screen with you. Can someone tell me why I'm sharing the DXY screen? Dollar index. Why am I sharing the dollar index screen with the guys every single session? Talk to me. Why am I sharing the dollar index screen with everybody? Every single session, I bring this sucker up. Every session. Chris, every session. Because the dollar is the global reserve currency at this point, all right, in our existence. Teresa, thank you very much. All right. No, Zeph, I don't love the dollar. I like the dollar, but I don't love it. Oh, wait, there's a very few things that I believe one should love. We like things. Are we together? But the love part, that's a very, very deep one there. All right, Zeph. So I show you that this specific dollar screen. Muntimer, good to see your face there. Are we together? So the dollar index is sent or looked at, or we follow it simply because it is the global reserve currency, ladies and gentlemen. It is the most important currency right now at this moment in time. Majority of what you see around the world in terms of business exchange transactions is US dollar denominated. Are we together? Gold is dollars, Brent is dollars. And if you understand what happens with Brent, what happens with gold, and how they are needed in society, then you'll know why the dollar is so important. Are we together? At this point in time, you can see that the dollar index is really weak. Are we together, guys? There's not necessarily any fundamentals per se that is leading 100% to tell you why it is. There is an amalgamation of things. Are we together? And this could be a retracement for what is possibly coming in the week. So just a week ahead, or at least what to expect. Please note the US will be dominated by inflation rate figures this week, everybody. And when it is dominated by the inflation for the week, please note that investors are picking up what could possibly happen with interest rates. And I've been saying this for some time now, ladies and gentlemen, that it's very important to note that interest rates, inflation rates, they are part of the economic cycle of any country. Are we together? Some don't even have them. Some are a failed state and it's not operating, but it is important in economics. Why? Because it helps stabilize the nation and the financial system. Is everybody clear? Without interest rates, inflation rates, banks are not going to know what to do. Well, how will consumers spend? How will consumers get cash? So interest rates, inflation rates are critical for economic progress. Is everybody clear with what I just mentioned there, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know if everybody's clear there. Remember the trading room, I wish I could go into so much detail, but the trading room is a trading platform. It's not a teaching platform. So I try to put in as much as I can in a session, but you got to go back now. All right, Mike? You got to go back and say, Ash said, he said interest rates and inflation rates are needed in the economy. Write the point down, do research. Is everybody clear? All right. Oh, whether we're looking at retail sales, whether we're looking at CPI, it doesn't matter. Write the notes, do the research. So when you come back to the trading room, guess what? You are more clear on what I'm saying when I say, guys, correlation now. Dollar's doing poorly. Let's look at gold for possible long. That's what's happening this week, right now. All right, Mike? There could be a possible gold trade right now because the dollar is weak here. Can you see that, Mintimer? Mr. W, Taboho, Uncle Philip? We could go into a long right now. Does that make sense? We just got to go and check out the technical chart. Does it pan up? Does it connect? Does it correlate? If it does, let's do risk and reward. All right. So inflation, interest rates is going to be at the core once again. And for the past 3 to 4 weeks, even a month and a half, maybe even close to 2. Are we together, guys? It's been interest rates, inflation rates. Developed nations have done what? They have increased their rates. We saw the 75 basis points last week with the ECB. And I told you guys that there is possibly a 75 basis point hike in the dollar as well. That's 0.75%. And one of the critical reasons why that actually happens is because the dollar and the euro is so closely put together. The euro makes up about between 40 and 50% of the entire dollar index. Are we together? So go and Google it. You can find it. It's there. Are we together, guys? And you'll understand why it's so important for the US to keep up or the euro to keep up. All right. And then also other important releases, retail sales. And then here's something important, the University of the Michigan Sentiment Index. Do you guys know what that is? University of Michigan Sentiment Index. Do you guys know what that is? Who knows what that is? The University of Michigan Sentiment Index. That is basically consumer confidence. 500 or so plus surveys are done on a monthly basis talking about the US, the state of the US, the direction, the finance sector. Are we together? And they do these surveys here to just to generate what consumers or what people are saying about that specific system. Does it make sense? It would have been the same if I had to send to, we are currently 65 people here. I send you a link and I say, guys, please give me a response. What do you think about the trading room? Are we together, everybody? What do you think about the trading room? So whether it's good, whether it's bad, it doesn't matter. The survey is there to record, it's there to capture so that they can obviously do what? Create some form of forecast for what's to happen. And investors like this kind of indexes. Why? Because they want to know where to put their money. If you are banking with Discovery, as an example, guys, you guys who banks with Discovery? Anyone? If you're banking with Discovery, you'll find they're completely online. Well, at least what I experienced, I did an application online and we're together, submitted everything online. And so they had features there and they're giving you a breakdown of together of what Discovery can give you in terms of features, bonus, not bonuses, benefits, etc. We're together, guys. And they give you different packages. And so all of that was created through what? Market research, putting things together so people can have an indication of what to expect. So investors, they use these indexes for the same thing. They are using the indexes to track and to gauge what to possibly expect in the US system. Is everybody clear on that specific point? So please make a note. You need to track these things. Make sure that you understand them so that you can make better decisions. All right, guys? Investors will also be watching the UK inflation rate, guys, and the monthly GDP figures. And then finally, guys, China will be releasing the industrial production, retail sales, and investment growth data for August. Why is that so important? Because China is a major trading partner across the world. Is everybody clear with that? Across the world. So you got to know what is happening in China as well. Whether it's UK, the US, guys, China is a highly is a high performance competitor. Is everybody with me? By 2030, they are looking to be #1 in the world economically. Is everybody clear? So if that is their specific goal, please understand investors are watching what these guys are releasing. Is everybody clear? And they normally do weird things, when everybody is open, they drop down. So they have this opposite effect. And people wonder why. It's because they are putting things in place strategically. All right. I would want to believe. All right, everyone. Isabel asked, is that on the economic calendar? It is. You just need to filter that. All right. Let me know if you know how to filter that. Let me know if you know how to filter that. You should. It's in your classes. If you have your stock market college course, it's in there. Shows you how to filter your calendar. Am I right? Am I right? Let me make sure. Do you guys know? I know I'm right. You know why I know I'm right? Because I also taught Forex for stock market college, and I showed the clients how to do it. So I know I'm right. You should be doing it. You should know how to. All right, everybody. But if you don't worry. I still accommodate you. It's Monday. All right. So if you really want me to show you, I will. Not a problem. All right. Everybody clear? That's what to expect. High level or high impact. Is everybody clear? So consumer confidence to come out, just watch it. Then I want to obviously make sure that you guys know that when the dollar is down like this, I want to go and check out those custom securities that I check out every single morning that I have with you. Are you guys ready to go and check that out? Let me know real quickly, 14 seconds. All right. If you're ready to go and check out those securities, because we're going to get technical now. All right. It's Monday. What I always tell you about Monday, it could go either way, but generally speaking, guys, Mondays are generally slower. Fridays are slower. And so you don't want to get into big positions, all right, on a Friday, all right? And I said to you guys last week, Friday morning, there's nothing wrong with trading on a Friday, but at least minimize your risk. Is everybody clear? Minimize your risk, because if Monday morning opens and there is a price jump, are we together, then you're going to have a lot of problems if it's in the opposite direction. That happened with GBP AUD. Are we together? I'm going to show you guys now. All right. Look at this dollar, guys. Just pushed down completely. Look at that. We're currently at the 107 level. Look at this wick over here. Can you guys see the wick? This wick is at 107 here. We could go and retrace all the way down to where? Can someone tell me the level? Because I have shared this with you. And I have new guys on here, and I'm asking questions because I want all my new guys and the guys that are only a week old, or 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old, all right, to see that we're not playing games in the, in the TR. Does it make sense? We're not playing games here. So I ask questions to get a response so that the guys can see that we work here. Does that make sense, everybody? I scratch your back, you scratch my back. That's how the world works. Does it make sense, everybody? So Where are we retracing to here? What is generally the movement of price after it breaks down, after it's pushed up? So here you can see we broke up, went up, all the way to 110, rejection, coming back down. Where would we generally go back to for that specific retracement? Who has the answer, or who has an opinion, who has a view? Warren says the reversal trend. You guys agree? What is the difference there, Warren, between a reversal and a retracement? If you say reversal trend versus retracement, two different things there. When you say reversal, what does that mean? Because some guys that's new here will say reversal trend and then they go and sell the dollar. Does that make sense? Is everybody with me? They sell the dollar, but then it's not a reversal. All right, reversal, RE106. All right, I'm seeing 106 there. After retracement, continue the trend, right? Yes, Ash. Are we together? Retracement cannot break the previous support. Warren, yes. So remember, this is a retracement taking place. A reversal means the trend is changing overall now. Are we together? Is everybody with me? We are changing over. We are still long or bullish with the US. It's retracing back to what it generally does technically, to the area it broke out. That is a retest. That's what they call a retest. A retest back to the place it broke out. Is everybody clear there, guys? Is everybody clear there? 107, that's from Fani. Teresa says yes. Teresa says yes. So 106, guys, can we just give, let's give Mintimer and Ari a round of applause there. There's a very big chance, ladies and gentlemen, we could go back to 106, 824. But if it does not close, all right, it needs to close beneath there. 106. 106. If we have a daily closure beneath this 108.095, 106 could be the next area. Is everybody clear there? All right. Is everybody clear? Does this mean we're buying or selling the dollar? Are we buying the dollar or selling the dollar if this continues? Are we buying or selling, Uncle Philip? Mpo? Are we buying or selling? We are selling. Yes. Yes. Eureka. Eureka. We are selling the dollar. Does that make sense, everyone? That's what we're doing. Weaker dollar, we don't want it. So we go against it. Is everybody clear? And that's just temporal. So let's now move on to the rest of our securities where we find possible opportunities with this weak dollar. All right. We're going to start off with the NASI as we normally do. I go back to the NASI. I do the S&P Dow Jones. I then move on to commodities and then we check out our pairs. All right. So here's the NASI. Look at the NAS, guys. 13035 last week. Possible long till that specific area. Ari says close must be below. That is the ideal, my good friend Ari. The ideal is daily closure below. The way it looks now, it's very possible. It's very possible. Is everybody clear? 13035. Write that down for me. NASDAQ. I'm giving you guys levels. Ash, why are you giving us levels? I will not be with you after Tuesday. So I want you to track. Raj will be with you from Wednesdays. Everybody clear? So if it has not moved today and tomorrow, have the level there. Everybody clear? Me and Doc, we are of the opinion still dollar strength will come in. But at this point in time, the dollar is weak. So we could see some opportunities here. At this point from where it is now, till there is only 386 pips. Mintimer, that's nothing for the NASDAQ. Are we together, everybody? Paul, are you with me there? Are you with me? Tabo, you with me? Onkabetse, are you there with me? Malume, Gerard, EJ, Tato, Faith, Isabel, Spindile. I'm calling names. Are you guys tracking with me here? 13035.0. That is the zone for now. If you go to a shorter time frame and you drop down, look at this. Look at this. Dropping down. We are at this zone, which is, I'm drawing a level there for you so you can see it for the guys that are into the volatility. Write it down. 12631. 12631 for a possible long after that zone. because price can still do what? Retrace back again. Is everybody clear? Is everybody clear with this, guys? Let me take that off. Hold on. Let me take this off so that it doesn't get in the way of your thinking. Let's get that off. We are only dealing 12631 and 13035. All right. Warren, just to be clear, Ash, the USD index is in a reversal, or so it's a retracement, my good friend. It's retracing right now, but if you go to the higher time frames, all right, Warren, you'll find that there's still power and Vuma in that dollar. Are we together? The CPI, the interest rates, are we together? Could come and give the dollar that strength to push up once again. You guys know when the dollar runs, it runs, Mr. W. Are we together? When it stands, it stands. So respect that specific accumulation period. But when it starts pushing again, it pushes. Philip, was it reg hustle? Everybody clear? Mike, Mpo, you cool there. Everybody's cool, right? All right. I'm liking the flow this morning here. All right, let's push on. Let's push on. Mike, you have the levels there, right? Let me ask the guys the questions. All right, got you. Rishaba, you have it. Ari, you have it. Kudzai, you have it. Zef, do you have it? Magdalene, do you have it? Bayes, Lorenzo, Marumo, Fani, do you have it? All right, S&P, here we go. S&P 500. Beautiful Monday morning, guys. Takes less muscles in your face to smile, more to frown. All right, here we go. S&P 500, write this down for me. 4145 and 4187. Write that down. There's two, 4145 and 4187. 4145 and 4187. Ash, you're giving us two. Yes, because the first one is only 55 pips away. All right. The second one is 96 pips away. Look at the index here. This index, or at least the volume, the number on the side, 4081. You compare it to the NASDAQ. This is 1,000-point index. Is everybody with me? When you go to the NASDAQ, 10,000-point index. I'll say it again. 10,000 or tens of thousand-point index. This one is 1,000-point index. Is everybody with me here? Is everybody with me here, guys? So there is less distance between. Can I say it again? Less distance between areas because it's a smaller index. It doesn't mean it's not a good index. It doesn't mean it's not a powerful and influential index. Does it make sense, everybody? This is also used to gauge the US stock market. Can I say that again? Investors look at the S&P 500 to gauge the performance of the stock market. Is everybody clear with that? 500 of the biggest companies in the US doing crazy billion US dollar stuff. Is everybody with me here? So they use it to gauge the progress of the US stock market. Just because it is a 1,000-point index, it does not mean it is not important like the NASDAQ or the Dow Jones. Is everybody clear? They measure different things. And it goes back to that toolbox there, Mr. W. A spade can do four things. Number one, it can open a hole. Number two, it can close a hole. Number three, it can chop wood. And number four, don't hit anyone with it. Does that make sense, everybody? Is everybody with me there? That it can probably do more. It can pick up stuff as well. I'm not going to say it on YouTube, you know. You can just use your imagination. We're human beings. We have it. All right. So 4145 and 4187. If you have it, just give me a yes. Just give me a something, a nod, a thumb, or whatever, a hand, a blink, a wink, whatever you want to do. Let me know. Got you. All right. Got you. Got you. And remember, this is along based on what? Dollar weakness right now. Dollar weakness right now. Dollar weakness right now. Thank you, Bayes. Guys, Bayes put it in that chat there as well. All right. I love it when there's Ubuntu here, guys. I love it when we're doing our thing together, especially for the new guys that's joining. They can see that we're working together here. That's the effort. All right. Dow Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Dow Jones, Dow Jones, Dow Jones. Now, guys, from a long-term perspective, we are bearish. All right, everybody, we've retraced. Look at that. We're still in that retracement. Can you see that? We're still in the retracement. Is everybody clear? when we are out of the retracement, we got to break these highs here. Does that make sense? These highs need to be broken for us to know now we're advancing further up past what? This area here. We need to break these highs, 35938. If we don't break those highs, we are not continuing the upward trend yet. We are still beneath. So we are still bearish in this retracement. Is everybody clear? We've not come out of the funk. Guys, can I please make this a bit more psychological? There are people, traders specifically, that stay in a technical funk. They lose a trade and they stay in there and they cannot get new information in because they become depressed. I can't do this. I don't know how to analyze. I'm frustrated. Blah, blah, blah. Does it make sense, everybody? What happens there is you stay in that funk for too long and you don't increase. You don't assume the uptrend anymore. Does that make sense, everybody? Is everybody clear? Because of a loss. Maybe you made a loss of 1,000 Rand. Look, I sympathize with you, but I can't stay there with you. Is everybody clear? I sympathize with you. It's not nice to make a loss, but I can't stay there. I got to lead you to say, guys, come on, 1,000 Rand loss, good. Were you better at that time? All right, when you made the loss? Your answer is no. Are you better now? Yes. That's what matters. Does it make sense? The trading room is not just about looking for opportunities and you want the TP. You got to get the mind right here. And I say it all the time. Is everybody clear? Is everybody clear? So I sympathize with your loss. All right. But we cannot stay there. We cannot. We cannot. So here, price must advance. It's either we're going to go down further or we're going up. But we recognize where we are now. We are still in the retracement of that high that has come down. Can you guys see that? Look at that right here. Look at that. This happened at the beginning of the year, right there. We're still there. Now, what could happen short term, Mike? Short term, dollar weakness. Mintimer, dollar weakness. Adele, dollar weakness. What could happen short term? We could push up a little bit further. Do you see that? We could push up just a little bit further now, still acknowledging where we are. That's not changing. Mr. W, we are still, if you look at the daily, look at that. But I'm going to give you a level that's closer. A level that is closer. Please write this down. Write this down. Write this down. From where price is now. 32631. 32631. Remember, we are extracting, all right, Tabo, TT, we are extracting a certain amount of pips from the entire movement. In this case, 360 pips. Can I say it again? 32631. 32631. Everybody clear? Now, can you see this specific zone here, guys? This symmetrical? Can I quickly chat on that? Would you guys like to quickly chat about this? Mike, would you guys like that? TT, Zulu Warrior? All right, let's do that. Because we want knowledge, isn't it so, everybody? We're obsessed with the learning, yeah? All right? Now check this out. I drew this symmetrical here, Mintimer. Mike, because I know you love this thing. This thing here, I drew it on a higher time frame to show me the movement of the overall momentum. So overall, we are bearish. Look at the apex. That's the apex. Can you see it right there? And price broke below and it's still there. So this retracement that is actually happening here is nothing for us. Does it make sense, everybody? It's okay. We are still bearish here. That is a retracement. Is everybody clear there? This is the daily frame. Now, let me shock you with this. Let me shock you with this. That candle that you currently see on the daily frame, that can become a wick on the weekly. It can become a wick on the monthly. Is everybody with me there? I'm going to say it again. The daily, yes, is a green candle. So the daily, yes, looks like we're breaking into the buy zone. Does that make sense, everybody? On the daily. It's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. That's cool. I hope you guys are getting this energy here this morning. Adele, I hope you guys are just, reading into this thing because, guys, this is powerful stuff. Everybody clear? This is the buy zone this year. Zulu Warrior, that's the buy zone. So from a daily perspective, we could be advancing there. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. But when we do this, watch, when we go to the weekly, it just becomes a wick that tested that zone there. Does that make sense? And then it looks like this. Look at this. I'm going to take a green stripe or line or whatever and do this. So that was our TP that was hit. Does it make sense? That could have been our TP that was hit. But guess what? On the weekly, it's going to be still, it will still be bearish. Does it make sense, everybody? Is everybody clear with that? So even if it advances above there on the shorter time frame, it's okay. It's really okay, because overall we know where we are. So from a daily perspective, we could see that push up to the upside, 360 pips away to 32631. I'm pausing for 14 seconds. I want to make sure all my community members here are with me with what I've just explained on this chart here, because this is the sharpening now, the iron sharpening iron. That's a very important point. This is where iron sharpens iron now. And now it's the skill that is coming into play here. All right, everybody, this is skill now. All right, I'm seeing all the yeses, the clear, the with me. Beautiful. All right. So we have that possible long there to 32631. That's the indices that's tied together for the US economy. All right, let's push further. Let's get to our commodities now. Brent. Now, guys, from $88 a barrel, we've pushed up to 91. Are we together? From 91 up to there, that's about 46, 47 pips. Further on, we have $200 a barrel. All right, we got about 83. If the dollar keeps on weakening, we could see that push. Now, let's do this from a long-term or a more overall perspective. I'm going to clear. And you guys can see at this point in time, I have a zone coming down. We're looking at the push of price in Brent and what to possibly expect. Mike, we're looking at overall now, okay? This is overall. Mr. W, Zulu, this is overall. All right. So can you see the zone here? There. Remember, what are we looking for? A symmetrical. What is it based on? What is the symmetrical based on, ladies and gentlemen? Why do we, or how do we draw it? You can just type it. Just type it. Just type it. What do we, there we go. Lower highs and higher lows. Are we together? Now, if you take this zone here, you can see it there, broken. Does that make sense, everybody? Broken. Now, there's guys that's going to draw it there, but what's very important, get as many touches as possible. Please make a note. When you're drawing your higher lows, your lower highs, write that down. Get as many touches as possible, because the touches validates the zone. When you go through the course, you will also find what validates a support and resistance. It is the touches. It is the touches. Is everybody with me? The less touches, the less strong it is. Does it make sense? But the more touches, the stronger the zone. Is everybody clear? So if we do it like this and we have our, look at that, there. There's 1, 2 touches there, not even. Are we together, everybody? But now, when I put on my line chart, hold on. And I do this. Look at all those touches. It broke. Does it make sense? It broke. This is a support. Remember I said to you, don't isolate your pattern with support and resistance. Don't isolate it. Use it together. Everybody with me? All right, so this is a support area. Look at this. This is a support area. Ash, why is it a support area? Zulu, why is this a support area? Why is this a support area? Who can tell me? Mpo. Hey, EJ, who can tell me? Broke out before, it's respecting. Guys, what does a support do? Muntimur, what does a support do? Tabo, what does a support do? What it does is it gives price an area to lift from. Can I say that again? The support gives price, support gives price an area to lift from. So support, we lift up from support. Is everybody with me there? Can I say it again? Are we together? And I want to simplify it. It's an area where price lifts from. So here you can see price lifted from there and went up. Can you see that? Everybody clear? Price lifted from there. We are at that same place where price lifted from. Mike, can you see it? Lifted from there. But what's important to notice is the following. In that, price has broken below. All right? So overall, look at this. Overall, you can see the apex there. There's the apex. Hold on. Let me try and... Sorry, let me just try and get the thing to center. All right. So from an overall perspective, we have broken below. So at this point, we are in the sell zone. Are we together? We are in the sell zone here. So it needs to go over the finish line. Does that make sense, everybody? It needs to go over the finish line for us to say, okay, now we're really pushing up. Is everybody clear? All right. So this tells you temporarily, where are we? We are looking to advance. We are still in the sell zone. Does it make sense? Overall, we're still in the sell zone. Does it make sense? But temporarily, we could go up. Look at all the space in between. V, look at the space here. Before the apex. Can you guys see that? Look at all of the space there. Is everybody clear? So now watch this. If I take an area here, look at that. That's 99. Let me see if I can find it. If I go to a shorter time frame, and I watch this, and watch the apex. Do you see? There's the apex. Can you see that, everybody? It's still going to take a lot of time for us to go where? To go through that specific zone there. So temporarily speaking, there's a possibility we could go up and find that zone there. Is everybody clear with what I just done here? I showed you overall. And now I'm detailing it down into a shorter time frame to show you what could possibly happen temporarily. Is everybody clear with that, guys? Everybody clear? Let me pause. All right. So 99. Now watch this now. V, I want you guys to pay attention now because it's going to get good here. I want you to pay attention. It's going to get good now. Watch. That's the overall one, right? Let me make this another color. Can you guys see the turquoise? Can you see the turquoise? All right, now watch. Now we're breaking it down. We're saying, all right. So it's possible we could push till there, right? Are we together, guys? So try to find the touches. Remember I said to you, find the touches. Find the touches. Find the touches. It touched very nicely there. All right? Watch now. Zulu. So from a shorter time frame perspective now, there's the apex, Mr. W. Are we bullish or bearish here? Guys, you are not gonna, guys, you're gonna have to pay for this. We are bullish. Do you see what I mean? I even made my eyes small. To see there's any, the guys are serious, Is everybody there? 14 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, hear me clearly on this Monday, the 12th of September. We are looking bullish at this moment in time. Is everybody 100 here? Mr. W, we have just dissected an overall momentum, and we've looked at where are we possibly in that overall. What Sisonke, ne? Is everybody with me? Is everybody with me here? Give me your account number. Whose account number? Everybody clear? Everybody clear? There's 40 pips. That's 40 pips. Imagine you put 10 standard lots on that, Mike. You put 5 standard lots. This is now short term now. This is temporal, right here. Are we together? All right. So we've drawn 2 apexes. Look at this. Red. And we detailed it down now into the shorter time frames. So now we know we have 2 stories. Adele, 2 stories. First story, Mintimer. What's the first story? We are still bearish. Short term. Remember, overall, we're still bearish. Short term, possible wrong here. Can you see that? But now remember, don't use them in isolation. Goes back to that. Can you see this area here? We need these zones also to be broken. Does it make sense? If you go to a minute frame, hold on. If you go to a minute frame, let me just show you. Now look at the minute frame. The highest high. Shaving the wicks. You guys are no strangers to shaving the wicks. Look at that. You cannot long now. Does it make sense, everybody? If you long it now when it rejects and it goes down further, you're in trouble. So you got to shave. You got to use these things together. You cannot use them in isolation. Anyone that says to you, use them in isolation, are we together, everybody? It's nonsense. Please give them my email address. I'll tell them it's nonsense. Are we together? If they put a 7,000 rand to that, give them, I will, guys, I'm telling you, it's nonsense. There is stuff that people leave out. So they'll give you something lacquer. Does it make sense? Like chakalaka with a nice bride. Does it make sense, everybody? It sounds gravy. Out. Does it make sense? Because people out there, they're trying to create dependency. I'm not talking about true professionals that want to help uplift the financial industry. Guys, there's a difference between a professional that wants to uplift the financial industry and someone that wants to make a buck. Is everybody clear for that? People that want to uplift the integrity are guys that are willing to go through the crazy processes. But the guys that just want to make a buck, easy way, easy come, easy go. Does it make sense, everybody? Everybody clear? So if this is income for you, if this is passive income, just because it's passive, just because you're running small risk, it doesn't mean the quality of your knowledge must be what? Degraded. Does that make sense, everybody? Everybody clear? I'm going to move on. I want to say that one more time. Just because you are doing this part-time and you're allowing your trades to run because you have another job or whatever, it does not mean you must water down your knowledge and your effort. You still need to make a valid effort in the regard to get your knowledge level to the next level. Does it make sense, everybody? Because you only access information at the level of your growth. If you are not willing to go through another level of growth, you will only pick from the bottom. Does that make sense, everybody? You will not grow beyond the level that you're willing. If you're not willing, you can now blame. Finished and clear. Does that make sense? I'll speak to you 5 years later and you still tell me, Ash, I don't get this thing. Then we need a Varma club there. Does it make sense, everybody? Then is a Varma club needed. Yes, Ash, because you make a career. It's a career. A career doesn't, remember, guys, okay, we're not going to go into that for now. I'm going to go into gold, but please go and do some study on what a career is. What is a career? Because people throw it around too loosely. I want to make a career. I want to make it's a very important point, Dela Rato. And it's worth discussing another time. Are we together? For now, let's go to WTI and then gold, and we'll go to some Forex pairs. But go and study what is a career in its root form. Leave the money out of it. Leave the money out. Leave the money out. Career has nothing to do with the money. Hear me today. Career has nothing to do with the money. If you really study it, if you really study something in its depth, and you're the kind of learner that goes in depth, career has nothing to do with the money. Money is the consequence of a career. But it's not a career, please. All right, everybody. Everybody with me. So I'm going to the WTI. And guys, listen here. This is the same as Brent. Can you guys see it? If I put in a 1 minute frame. Now watch this. Mintimer, look how skilled your eye becomes now. Look at this V. I put in a monthly frame, not a monthly, a minute. Who can see what they just saw on Brent? Who can see what they just saw? So look how when you are really skilled, you can see it. You're like, geez, I don't need to draw all those symmetrical triangles. My word. Does that make sense, everybody? I don't need to draw it anymore. That's the power of getting sharper and sharper and sharper. Does Cristiano Ronaldo need to kick the same amount of balls now than what he kicked when he started out? Because when he started out, even Tiger Woods, 1,000 balls a day, 2,000 balls a day. Does he still need to do that now? Talk to me. Sia says no. Talk to me. That's a trick question, by the way. That's a trick question. Oh, man. That's a trick. Guys, what Cristiano did in the beginning there, Tabo, 1,000 balls. These guys are doing more. They are doing more now because they want to get to the next level from there. If you did 1,000 balls and now you're only doing 250, you are naughty. You are naughty. You want the result of 1,000 ball guy, but you're only doing 250. Was Slania. Are we together, everybody? It doesn't work like that. Does that make sense, everybody? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Easy coming. All right. So we leave it right there. Everybody's with me. Everybody knows you can see it. We are rejecting here. Is there more for me to go and put in, or do you guys see it? 14 seconds. Then I'm going to move on. All right. An occupation undertaken for a significant period of person's life and with opportunities. All right. Mpo, is that a definition from Google? Did you create that? Let me know. Where did you find that? Is that a Google definition? Or is it yours? Let me know. I'm moving on to gold in the meantime. Gold. Dollar weakness, possible gold strength. Look at this guy here. From a daily perspective, 1742. 1742. Look at this one. Pushed up. Can you see this, guys? Went past the finish line. Can you see that? Past the finish line. We pushed up past the finish line. Yes, it came down. Yes, it did. But look at the recovery. And look where we are. We are still, if I lengthen this, look at the test. Look at the test. Look at the accuracy. Mbo, Google or your own. I'm not leaving it. Tell me. If you guys met up with those guys, they just don't want to they just don't want to leave stuff, Mike. They just don't want to leave it. They ask you and then, is it this guy again? Hey, this guy's gonna come and ask me again about that thing, you know. All right. Tabo says still selling. We just got a signal here, Euro USD. We're going to check it out now. Can't you redraw that wedge now? Why? We're still above. It's still bullish. If it was bearish, it would have been a different story. If it goes the opposite direction, please make a note of that. You will redraw it if it goes the opposite direction. Because if it's still in the direction of your analysis, there's no need to, because that analysis is panning out. Make a note of that.
Incoming mail.
Please make a note. You redraw when price goes in the opposite direction, because then it means that analysis didn't pan out. Is everybody with me there? Please make a note of that. Mpo, one of your beautiful Mpo, and that's exactly the level that you want to get to. You want to be able to understand it for yourself, isn't it so? Yeah, guys, please make a note of that. You redraw when the price goes against you, because that means you got to go back to the drawing board. Are we together? You got to go back. Everybody there? At this point, if you look at the hour, we are still, look at this, it created that high. We are still at 1724, 1742. If the dollar keeps on weakening, that's a possible area to go to. Also remember, guys, it has not broken where? After that recovery, that was just a whipsaw. This was fundamentals here. Pushed up again and created the higher high. We are completely out. We are completely out. And look at this. Hold on. Let me see if it's that support was not broken there. Are we together? That support was not broken there on the higher time frames. So even though it went down, look at, remember, you're not using them in isolation. You're using resistance and support with it. So that support was not broken. It's not on neutral at this point. That was a high there that it created. That broke out, closed. Look, it's a 12-hour. Are we together? That closed above 1724. That's half a day. All right, half a day. So it created a high. Are we together? Look at that high there. Resistance, resistance, high. Resistance, high. Now, this is cycle one. This is cycle one. You guys remember the cycles? Let me pause there. Who remembers the cycles? Who remembers the cycles? This is cycle one. From where? The resistance here. Exactly. So you're not using them in isolation. So we're waiting for what? Cycle two. It's the, yes, Jesus, first impulse, first thrust, first cycle, pushed up, broke. So now we're waiting for cycle two to 1742. So there are guys that want to wait until it closes above there before they go in. So this would be a resistance for some of the guys. So let me take this off so you can see it. Come on. Three to five, Jacob. 3 to 5, 3 to 5. So if you do this, shaving the wicks there. Hold on. That's the wrong one. Apologies. Are we together? Are we together? There. That becomes an entry for the guys. Everybody clear that? That becomes an entry. Up where? To where? Everybody clear? That would be cycle or impulse 2. Shorter time frame. That's a 1 hour time frame. Is everybody with me here? Because look at this. If you go to the monthly, you can use a weekly as well. Stretch it so the triangle makes sense. Can you guys see we are still traveling? Are we together towards the bottom here? We are still traveling towards the bottom here. If you look at it, we've broken below there, monthly. Obviously, there's a very thick line, guys. You won't be able to see with this thick. The line is very thick, so let me just make it slimmer. If I zoom in now, look. Did we break below? Did we break below? Everybody with me yet? Did we break? Yes, we did. 1 week. Is it strong? No, it's not strong, but we did break below. We're at the bottom now. Are we in the selling zone? Overall, right? Yes, but shorter time frame, when you go to shorter time frame, there's a retracement. V, there's a retracement. Are we together? Shorter time frame, shorter. 1742, I see someone wants to do risk and reward. Isabel, risk and reward in this one, all right? Can I just quickly see something here? Dollar is still weak. Everybody with me? Dollar is still weak. So if you're going to long it, 1742, that's getting in now, all right? 181 pips. Isabel, there we go. 1714. This is obviously pro dollar. Please make a note. 1714. If the dollar, no, sorry, not pro dollar, anti-dollar. If the dollar keeps on going down. Everybody there, if it keeps going down. Everybody clear? R16, 0.01, guys, gold. 16 Rand risk, 30 Rand reward. So you can increase your volumes here. If you use a mini lot there, 161, risk 305 Rand. All right, you with me? Everybody there? You're welcome. That Isabel, that's if you go in now, all right. But remember 1729. 1729 is what we really, really want. All right. That is market execution price. Are we together? Gift. I hope you're listening to what I'm saying here. It's not a black and white buy or sell. The analysis here is anti-dollar. If the dollar keeps on weakening, possible buy. Which area? We wanted to break above 1729. If you take a buy now at 1724, you are taking a higher risk. So it's not just buy or sell. Please move away from just buy or sell. You have to analyze, and you got to look at why are we saying buy or sell. That is the place we need to get to. Why are we saying buy if we are buying? Because I've said dollar level. So we're breaking it down. Why we are buying, not just buy or sell. 1729, all right, got you. Everybody clear there, guys? Can I move on? We can. We will go to that now. CHF JPY entered last week. Got you, gift. GBP AUD, guys. GBP AUD. Can you guys see the zone here? 170, 460. That's 55 pips, guys. This will be a very, very important one if it breaks above that resistance there. So we need the apex to be broken, right? The finish line needs to be respected. You can see that we've broken down, and it looks like we're breaking up again, but this is what we are monitoring. Everybody clear? That's what we're monitoring. Everybody clear? Everybody clear? All right. So we'll check this one out at 4 p.m. again. CAD JPY. We are above the area. We're crossing over that finish line. We'll go for it now, Warren. We are moving across the finish line, still in the bearish state. Are we together? Where price is now, that's only 25 pips away. Guys, this is not worth it to get in now unless you have a lot of money. But can we do this? Guys, there could be a possible sell here coming in. Are we together here, guys? There could be a possible sell that's coming in here. Are we together? What we would need for the sell, please make a note of this. We would need price to come down and break below 109. Are we together? 0.600. We would need price to come and break down and close beneath 109,600. Even if it goes till there, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we can do that or if price can do that, because that zone there gives us about 80 pips down. That is a very nice amount. Are we together? Is everybody clear? So 109.600 and preferably beneath this line here. That's going to be key. Is everybody with me here, guys? Warren, the USD JPY, it's interesting. Are you looking for a buy? Are you looking for a sell? Please just let me know. Because the yen here to be strengthened a little bit for a buy. Okay. Now, if you're looking to buy, do you see the dollar coming up once again? Because the dollar is weak right now. The dollar is weak right now. Can I give you the TP here, guys? Here's a TP, 108.550. 108.550. So Warren, do you see the dollar getting strong today, tomorrow, etc.? I'm going to go to the USD JPY now. Are you guys ready? Let's go and check out. You changed your mind quickly there, Warren. USD JPY, let's go see what's happening there. Then I go to the other dollar pairs. Is this a short or long, guys? Remember, overall, if I do this, let me actually just take this off, guys. I'm going to start fresh with this one. Look at this, guys. So from there, you can see this one is broken, isn't it so, guys? Can you guys see this? Overall, V. Tabo, Muntimer, can you see this? Is everybody with me here, guys? So if you go to a shorter time frame, I want you to notice something. Look at this. Look where's the apex. Look where's the apex. Obviously, it's going to look like this because it's on a different time frame, so it shifts. Are we together? But if you put on a weekly, you'll see it's there. All right. So the moment you switch to another time frame, this remained the same this year. This remained the same. Are we together, everybody? This remained the same. So now that's on the 1st of November. Anything can happen from now up until the 1st of November. Is everybody with me here? So there could be a short instead of a long. So guys will look at this chart and say, we're longing. We're longing. Hey, be careful. You go to a shorter time frame. Does that look like a long to you? Is everybody with me here, guys? That's a beautiful triangle, yeah? Look at that. Oh, no, sorry. So there's the apex there. We still in between. We're still in between. I'm just trying to find, hold on for me. Look at this. From, let's say price keeps on closing from there. It's 200 pips. V, it's 200 pips. Is it possible to go further up, or is it a bit oversold? Look, at this point in time, we need it to move forward. We need to see where it's going to break to. It's accumulating in that median of that specific apex right now. All right. Everybody with me here, guys? Everybody with me? On a 1 hour time frame, this looks like a rising wedge, though. Are you with me? Everybody with me there, guys? Looks like a rising wedge. Looks like a rising wedge. And what happens with the rising wedge? What happens with the rising wedge? Break to the downside. Everybody with me? You come down. So everybody with me here, guys? It drops. Yes. Everybody clear? It falls. So we'll see if it is a rising wedge. We'll see. At this point, we are in between. All right. Can I move on? Yes, LIA for now. Let's go to the Euro USD. All right, here we go. Euro USD, guys. Are you guys ready? Euro USD. I always contract my charts. Mintimid, I always bring them very nicely flat and contracted so I can see the movement. Does that make sense? So you can already see here, look at this. If I just do that, it's still loading, obviously. Can you guys see this? It's still loading. Just give it a sec. Yeah, look, the dollar is weak. There's going to be mixed feelings about it. Some guys are jumping in earlier, others are going to wait. Guys, there'll always be a difference in opinion. There'll always be a difference in opinion. There's my touches. Are we bearish or bullish here, guys? It's down. We're down. Can you guys see that? We're down at this point. But remember, we have to drop to shorter time frames, guys. Are you with me here? Remember that. Remember, even if it looks like that on the higher time frames, you got to drop down to find what's happening now. All right? Are you with me? Can we go to, what's the stop loss there? Sell, stop loss 1.02770. All right, so look at this now. I've got two areas here. I'm going to accommodate both the long and the guys that wants to short. You with me? If we long it, to take it up to 1.02675. Are we together for a long? If you short it, your stop loss will be at 1.02770. Now, watch this, shorter time frame. P, are you with me? Come on. Did we break here? Are you with me, everybody? Are you guys with me here? So where could it retrace back to as an example? Look at this. That area there. Which will be on that trend line there. Can you see that? Are we together? It's a possibility. Is everybody with me? If it comes and it breaks like this, do you see how you can get excited? Can you see how you can get excited? But remember, ultimately, it would have to break that zone. Does it make sense, everybody? Are you with me? That's the area it would need to break for us to descend further down. Because in this zone, price can still do this. It can find support there and then push up again. Does that make sense, everybody? Are you with me? So let's quickly engage in that specific area there. This was the breakout. So price can do this, come down all the way. Look at that. Boom. Come back like that. And then push up again. Can you guys see that? Just trying to give you a different view. And this is what we mean when we say the moment a signal comes out, go and look. Does it make sense? Is everybody with me? Tabo? When the signal comes out, go and analyze. Is everybody clear? Don't just jump in. It's a signal. It's not investment advice. Everybody clear? It's not investment advice. Investment advice is far more populated. It's more detailed. Does that make sense, everybody? Investment advice is based on your specific profile. It's based on your affordability. Does it make sense, everybody? Is everybody with me? So when you get a signal, you need to go and analyze it. Don't just jump in. Never. Doesn't matter who sends it. A friend, a cousin, but it doesn't matter. A business, you go and analyze it. Because then if you don't analyze it, you just jump in, then we're doing all of this for nothing. Zulu Warrior, does it make sense? If you just take a signal and you jump in, then what are we doing all this for? Does it make sense, everybody? Then I should just say, okay, guys, buy gold. Everybody jumps in. Guys, let's buy gold. Brent, come on, let's jump in. It serves no purpose then. Means we're all wasting our time. Does it make sense, everybody? So the purpose of this is to upskill and empower so that when you get a signal, when someone says something, you say, hey, wacht 'n bietjie. I'm going to go and check this thing out first before I jump in here. Everybody there? Everybody there? Can I move on? I hate this video very bad. He's true with his signals. Listen, it's mixed, all right? Some guys have great experiences. Others, it's just trading. It's trading. It's part of the specific industry, yeah? Lefuno says, what are the levels for the long here? 1.02675. 1.02675. But the problem with the long is that we've already pushed up so nicely. So this thing is either going to come down and retrace again, or it's going to push up further. That's the problem with getting into a movement phase. Are we together, everybody? A movement phase, you can get in now, and then it pushes all the way down. Then you're stuck up, right on top. So what you want is, guys, you want to try and get into trades at these areas here. Can you see that? at those zones there. Does it make sense, everyone? You want to get into that trade as close as possible after it's moved past the apex. Does it make sense? Now, remember, you don't have any control over when it's going to move past that finish line. Does it make sense? That's why you got to monitor it. So you can go into shorter time frames. Are we together, guys? So if you look at this as an example, after it went over the finish line, your long was there. Look at that. Mr. W, from there to there, 191 pips. Does that make sense? Now, there's times when this happens. Please, can I just say this to you, guys? And you have to make peace with this already. Now, you've got to make peace. You are not going to catch every trade. Are we together, everyone? You're not going to catch every trade. So sometimes price can do this. Hold on. And let's say the apex. Sorry. Let's say the apex is here, right? So what price can do is it can come. Remember, that's the line there. Those are the lines, right? So price can come, break, boom, stay there, right? Look at this. And then, can you see that, everybody? Go up. Does that make sense? It can happen. Does it make sense, everybody? Is everybody with me here, guys? I got in early and got out in profit. Now I'm waiting for a re-entry. You're concerned. So why is it a concern? You got some profits there. All right. Seems like this trade ran its course and needs to retrace it. It's done so, but only to 23 point. Okay, I'm with you. I hear you. So rather wait for it then. All right. Rather wait for it. But remember, this is what can happen, guys. You're not going to get every trade. Is everybody clear there? Is everybody with me? And please accept it now already. Just accept it, make peace, walk away from it. Is everybody clear? Everybody clear with that? The quicker you make that kind of decision, trust me, it's going to be better for you. And you begin to focus on the ones that you do get. Does it make sense, everyone? Even if you're getting 2 trades a day, hear me today, guys, 2 trades, quality entries, you get out with profits is better than sitting in a place where you have no idea what is going on. Is everybody with me here, guys? Because now you know why you got in the trade. That's the difference. You know why you got in the trade. Is everybody clear? And that's the goal. That's the feature that is so priceless. You know why you got into the trade. You did not just get in. So you are not, and I'm going to use this term very loosely, jy's nie 'n skaap nie. Is everybody with me? You're not just following, you are understanding. And I mean that with the greatest of respect. Does that make sense, everybody? You are understanding. Teresa says, I made the decision. Which one? Which decision did you make? So remember, we are not just following, we are understanding. All right? And then lastly on that, understanding relieves you from frustration, guys. If you don't understand something, I can already tell you, I'm going to see so many faces that's frustrated. I can't help you with that. You have to understand. You have to practice. You have to continue going. Is everybody with me? So no 2-minute noodle success stories. All right, everybody? No 2-minute noodle. We're not going to pop this into the microwave and 2 minutes. Oh, by the way, the guys know 2-minute noodle doesn't take 2 minutes. It's like 6-7 minutes anyway. So are we together, everybody? So there's no overnight thing here. I'm not advocating for that. I'm not representing that thing. I'm representing repetition. I'm representing the practice of repetition. I'm representing calmness and patience with yourself and with the market. If that is not on your criteria, I can't help you. Does that make sense, everybody? Patience, all right, and understanding. That's the order of the day, all right? To be clear before I go in. There we go, Teresa, got you. Understanding is very important to me. If I don't understand a trade, I get very, there we go. EJ, you see, you at least defining why you get anxiety. Guys, I know people that go crazy and ask them why, and they say, I don't know. You can't help someone that doesn't know. Does it make sense, everybody? Everybody with me? Is everybody with me here, guys? Let me just make sure. I'm going to go to the USD Swiss franc. I want to see what the other dollar pairs are doing, guys. This is gold stuff. Go into YouTube, Go and watch the rematch. Go and check it out. Go and check it out. Go and look at it. Write down your notes if you didn't, if you didn't manage to get before. Everybody with me here? Netflix still at that support. Didn't go down. USD Swiss franc short. We're going in. Look at this, guys. Very interesting from a daily perspective. Down to 95342. This was last week's analysis. We said if there is dollar weakness, there's that position size calculator still on the short to 94777. Seems like we're still on the way there. We're still on the way, and you can see with that apex, we broke beneath, went up, retraced, didn't break the resistance, and came all the way down. Came all the way down. I think we've just lost this guy. Look at that. Beautiful. That was actually stunning, if you ask me. All right. USD CAD 1.29228. This is what we spoke about last week. 1.29228. But this is the problem with the minute frame. If you shave that wick there, Isabel, you go to a 1 hour, you're in there right now. All right. Right there. But 1.29228 was the area. Everybody clear? Got about 3 to 5 minutes left there. AUD USD. All right, let's go to a shorter time frame. This was coming from the top, or at least it should have been. Cross the finish line on top. This was last week. Look at that. That was last week. That was last week. Look at that. Can you guys see this? This is another prime example. It's a very good example. Look at that. And we up at that area there. All right. See you guys at 4. See you, Warren. So AUD, guys, can we just park this one here with the dollar being crazy at this point? 71 pips, but what we can do is, hold on for me. What we can do is, let's do this. Right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's just see what's happening here. Beautiful, symmetrical. It's above. We bring in the dollar strength there. We are still above. Look at that. We are still above. There's a very big possibility we could retrace. So let's do this. Look at this, guys. Don't forget all these small little things that I mentioned to you. That's the area where we're at now. And because we're trading in that zone, you see that we could come down. If we do come down, that's only 30 pips. It's only 30 pips. So a continuance can happen. 68 to 69. And if you go to a weekly time frame, it does match up. Look at that. 69 right there. 69, 69, 533. Please write that down. 0.69533. 0.69533. 0.69533. Yeah. And we are still well above. Look at that, well above. So from this close here, from there, that is 66 pips. Please write that down, 0.69553. All right. Let's get reward. Let's go and see. $0.69533, 68 pips. Head out around there, 60 Rand risk, 115 Rand reward. All right. That's to 69553. Based on what's happening now. With me? Everybody with me? You're welcome. All right. So guys, I'll see you guys at 4 p.m. I'll see you guys at 4 p.m. Let's do a recap and see what's happened. All right. Have a good one. Oh, sorry. Seth. Never, man. Example. I'll courier some tissues there for you, Zef. See you, Bears. Let's go to JPY. Hey, Zev, I'll courier some tissues. CHFJPY. Hold on. I think I took that one off. Hey, Zev. I did. You're welcome, guys. And you wanted a short here, right? To Charmaine. Yeah, I also have some load shedding. Zeph. You're welcome, EJ. Possible join USD long entered last week. TP 151. Zeph, with this one, we're pulling away from that area there. You see that? We're pulling away from that area there. If we continue to do this, I'm just trying to find a zone that makes sense. Give me a second. I'll tell you now. 142. No, that's not going to work. No, it's too big of a drop. We could retrace here, Zeph. Your stop loss is 148.034. Zeph, there's a very big chance we could retrace. I'm not saying yet, it's still very low there. All right, so what this has, look at this. It has the higher lows. It has the higher lows. Hold on. Can you guys see this? But it does not have the lower highs yet. So at this point, I'm not going to give you anything on it now. I need this to form, and I'm already on the 3 minute. Look at this. And I'm already on the 3 minute frame. If I go to the 2 minute frame, it's only one touch there. You need a little bit more touches. All right. Charmaine, I saw your email this morning. I'll just reply to it. All right. Yeah, but then you find. So then what's the question is, F? Because then you find. If you will still be making profits, what's the challenge? But I see retracing possibly, but I need some more touches. All right. Yes, you can, Ash. You can definitely. Yep, you can. I can't tell you to hang in. That's a decision you need to make. Obviously, like I say to you guys, I can recommend levels and so forth, but your decision for you to take your profits, it's none of my business. I can't tell you what to do. My motto is simple. If you make money and you've covered all your costs, you've made profits. You're cool. Does that make sense? By principle. If you've made profits and you've paid your commissions and you go out and you get out of the trade with a very nice profit, you've made profit. Does that make sense? So if your commissions is 10 Rand, and the trade cost you 300 Rand as an example, that's a total of 310 Rand that you paid, and you made 6,000 Rand. Does that make sense? So you just minus the commissions of 10 Rand because the 300 goes back into your account. Does that make sense there? Are we together? Yeah, so then no, but then you're okay. You see that. So always apply that. If you have made your daily target, that's why, guys, you can have a daily target, you can have a weekly target, you can have a monthly target. You can decide on those things. All right. Got you. Oh, is he flexing? Oh, okay. Is he flexing the semi like Laik? Okay, that's okay. Okay, no, guys, I think let's give Zeph a round of applause there, because now Sammy, Zeph, I didn't say it. It was Sammy. All right, it was Sammy. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. But let's give Zeph a round that spoke about the flexing. All right, so he's gonna be on your case there, Sammy. All right, the AUD USD. You want to go and check that one out. All the guys also that have joined us on Facebook, thanks once again for joining. All right, you guys can just rewatch this on the Quick Trade channel and make your notes. All right, make your notes.